so loving this. But I wonder, what should I do it in? I wonder, would it be a big book or a little book or a big book or a little book? I think I'll just do a little book today. Or a big book. I just want to do it in here. I want to do it in that. Oh, I'm doing it in here. Let's take it out. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-da-da-da-da-da. Oh! That's for that, isn't it? This will go really nice with what I've got on Saturday. Can't wait to show everybody what I've got for the golden show. It's so exciting. Oh, hello everybody. Hello Marcia. Hello Denise. Jan, I forgot. It's this one that you want. I'll show it you later. I'll send you a message if you want. Look at that. It's a whopper. I've got a bit closer today because I realised that if you look, oh, why did I do that? Don't put it on its side. Put it up. I've got a bit closer because I've noticed that you don't really see much here. So I want to say a big hello, Sarah. Oh, it's lovely to see you. Marcia, don't ever be worried about not. You are an absolute megastar, you and Andrew. Denise, hello. You're all right, sweetheart. Hi, Kim. Hi, Susan. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Linda. Hi, Thelma. Hi, Louise. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Dawn. Oh, I hope you're all right, everybody. Hi, Linda. Emma, how are you doing, my lovely? Hi, Suzanne. I've not heard anything yet from Kaz. I can't find her sister's. It's Caroline, but I can't remember her second name, and I think she's unfriended. Not unfriending me. I don't mean that in a nasty way, but you know how you sort of get rid of when you sort of change your phone and all that, you don't always add everybody on, do you? Hello, Susan. Hiya, Jane. Oh, Jane, your work's wonderful. Philippa, why? What have I done? Make your mind up. Hi, Glynis. Oh, you never told me about you wanting goodies. Oh, I've got plenty for you. Hi, Marjorie. Hi, Emma. Hi, Sally. Oh, Linda. I can tell you, Linda, I've got the best one yet. Let me show you this. Oh! Right. That's amazing. That it's A3, 50 sheets, £140, 300 GSM, cold pressed. But wait on. Oh, the golden show! I've got cold pressed ground, so you can make all your papers cold pressed. Oh, that's so exciting! This is A3. Takes all this. Yeah, it's in my Amazon, but I've not put the link on yet. I wanted to. What happens is, I don't know. This sounds a bit cheap. I'm dead excited because I've got so much to show you. What happens is, I have to try it first. If I don't know it, I can't say to you that I like it. Excuse me, does that make sense? I can't say, oh, I like that. Oh, I've got plenty of them, Marcia. Anything you want, my love. Anything you want. I've got papers, dyes, you name it. Because I give a lot away to the schools. But obviously for travelling purposes. Right, okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Very excitable today. Hello, Sue. It's lovely to be here with all of my friends, as normal. I was just thinking, this ranges on the meditative part for me because the weather's rubbish. And I was chatting yesterday how to someone, a friend, hi Sylvia, welcome back, yay! Kath, I lovely. Oh, Kath, don't worry, that box is still there waiting. I'm going down at the end of the month, so it'll be there for Debbie. Hi, Kate. Right, okay. So just to explain, that I was talking to someone. I'm not going to name them because I haven't asked them. And the weather has a big impact. I'm looking out of one window and it's bleak. And although it's blue, the sky's blue, it's dark blue. And then, oh, Malcolm, how are you doing, Malcolm? Makes me heart sing when I hear about people like Kath and yourself, um, that you're here and you're with me, because it means a lot. Kath, just get on with it, woman. Come on. So, kick the nurse. No, don't kick the nurse. Don't kick the nurse. Because the nurse is doing you. Well, hello, Linda. Just ignore me. Yeah, I'm very excitable. I've got some of the best watercolour paint I've used for a long time. The French ones. I've got tons of stuff that I only sell anything I bought. I never sell anything that was given me. No, don't do crap like that. If it was given to me, then I give it away. If I bought it, then I sell it. Does that make sense? Good. Anyway, I just thought one of the elements about this weather and stuff is to get my mindset in the right place. Now I have a sad, as it's called, but like a lot of mental health issues or anything like that, they're not visible, so therefore not taken on board. Yeah, the Senelier. Yes, they are, Marcia. They are. They've got the little pack like that, but then they've got the tubes. Oh, I'm so proud I've got him. I can't wait to show you him. It's the sort of like that next step up for everybody. Anyway, enough of that. So I thought one of the things that I really like to do is meditate. But no, I don't want to start going all cheesy on people. But focus. Shall we say focus? Because not everyone's into meditating. You know, if I said that to some people I know, they'd go, "Oh, get stuffed." You know, I'm not, and it's very well because everybody should be like that. It's your choice. But I like the meditativeness, if that is a word, of the repeat patterns and letting patterns flow. Not having a like. Let me show you this. This wasn't a pattern, but it grew, and I know it's just colours, but this is my colour swatch with some colours that I'm doing, and it's based on succulents, right? And all the greens and pinks that shouldn't normally go but go together. When I come to London, Kath, I'm coming to visit your... Kath, would you be able to go to V&A with me? Could we meet up and go to VA? I want to go there. I said to Barbara I'm going to go. Barbara's a full lifelong member. I want to go there. I've never been. Never ever been. I can never ever... Oh, hey, what's going on here? Do you know, someone always rings me now, but why? They know I'm live. Right, okay. Sorry, it's the Chandor. Oh, what's this? Oh, I've been made something. Oh, I can't see it yet. Oh, how beautiful. Oh no. Oh. Oh, somebody's made me something. Oh. Oh, I'll show you later. Oh, that's amazing. Oh no, that makes me cry, that. Oh, someone's made me something. Sorry. Anyway, yep, absolutely. I think we should all meet. No, seriously, I'm going to set a date when we can do it and the museums are open and I'm going to go. Now, I'm just going to set a date for me, but if you'd like to meet up, then that's cool. But I'm going to definitely go. Definitely go. This lockdown has got me stir crazy. I want to go. And if I have to stand two miles away from each other, I don't care. I'm going. You're welcome to come. Exactly. It's going to really, really inspire my work, I think. So anyway, what I mean is, this is a free form, okay? So what I mean by that is just square after square after square after square, and it's all about layers. So this is the first layer, and then I've added other colours to the layer. So it's all about free form. So I'm also doing my gems, which is all free form as well, but I really wanted to do something very meditative today. Exactly, we could all meet up. Dundee. Oh yeah. I want to go. I've not seen Karen around for a while, but I wanted to go to see the Rennie McIntosh stuff. But oh, Kim, why can't you? I am sure you could sort something out. Make it a mission. I don't know. Anyway, right. I'm getting on. Right. Okay. So the meditative part is all about free flow. Now I'm not going to go into this the oh, brilliant. Oh, not yet, Sylvia, but I'm going. Please join me. It won't be last time. It's a road trip. It's Thelma and Louise. Thelma? Thelma. Yeah, me and you, love. No, I'm going. Right. Kim, I would love it, Malcolm. I've got goosebumps. Look, can you see him? Look, you see him? That's how excited I am, because if it hadn't have been for this group, I don't think I'd have got through lockdown. And that's not cheesy, it's just true. Don't get me upset, because it means a lot. Having something to think about and I'm going for it. Right, I thought today we're going to do some Mendy designs. And Mendy is like, to me, it's very free flowing. Hey, Linda's back as well, yay! So it's very free flowing, and we're going to start. And we start with a centre point. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to get my circle, and I'm just going to start, and it's going to be small. Now you can start with a circle. I'm doing it basically here, and we can do it that way or do it that way, but it's going to be very... Hello, Janice. Hope you're well. Yeah, we would, Malcolm, wouldn't we? Book the whole place. So here I've got a circle. Now, you don't have to start with a circle at all, but it's a centre point. It's a point of focus, so that you don't have to you don't have to, let me just get this up now. That's better. You don't have to sort of think about what... Oh, hey, where have you gone? Are you there? Oh, I thought I'd lost you. You don't have to think about... Sue. Oh, right. But you could join us live. We could take you on a phone trip with us. Yep, Sue. You'd be on the phone. Right, thank you, Diane. I think we've all helped each other, haven't we? So yeah, you could join us on the phone, and we'll show you a phone like that, showing you all stuff. So anyway, just to explain what I'm doing, I'm going to be looking at a really simple, nothing too nothing too complicated. What I don't want to do is make it too confusing. I want it to be, we can all enjoy it, but enjoy the process. And it is a simple process, it really is. Nothing too heavy going. Hey, we could zoom in. Who? Shut up with this. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I've drawn this line. So I've got a circle and a circle. So the first thing I'm going to do by eye is divide it. to do it quarters and then quarters again. Okay, so I'm doing that. So the next thing is you do it again. Okay, so we might not use all that, but we might use some of it. Do you get me? Okay, so I'm going to be using some shapes, but you don't need to use a shape. Exactly, I have sad, yeah. So we've got this here. This can be our main focal point. All right, so we're going to do a couple of these, but maybe smaller ones. So the next one is going to be underneath. Who's singing who? That's going to be me singing that all day now. So I've got another one here. Right? And then maybe a little one here. No, I'll have another one here. Right, now I'm going to use this shape, but you don't have to use it. You don't have to use this. It's just easier for me. So I'm going to use this shape. So I'll draw it and then you can see what I'm doing, all right? Just let me check if this is the better way. So I'm drawing like this tear shape here. So it's a bit like, well, I'm not saying what it's like because I'm not. And then around the end of that, I'm just going to put in there we go. Okay, so we've got that shape. Now I know what it looks like, so get over it. So I'm looking at that shape there, can you see? You don't have to have a French curve, it just helps, look. And I'm just going to continue it like that. And then, now I might get stopped with this music on, which is a shame. Alexa, play traditional Chinese music, because it's meditative. Right, so. Now what I'm going to do is just see, that's better. Right, I'm just going to draw it. Right, okay. So can you see we've got this? I was going to do peacock, but it's a little bit too much at the moment. I sent an email out to people, but I think I've got the wrong things about the big canvas one. I'd like to do it next week if we can. Got some extra planned for you, so because you've waited so long. Right, so okay. Right, so I've got this shape, which I'm really liking, and I'm just thinking of all the shapes within it, you know, and sometimes what might help is if you've got a scrap of paper, like I do all my drawings on these and stuff. So if you look at, you know, I'm looking at some shapes. So if do you remember when we do this shape? If I draw them pretty big, it helps you. We've got that shape. We've also got, so that shape, or you know, these are all shapes. So if I was to stretch that, yeah, and that's a really good leaf shape. Now if you can't draw it, just draw one, cut it out, flip it, and you've got a template. Okay, so what we're going to do is set this up now, because I really want some nice shapes here. This is going to be my main element. So there we go. So that's the main element. Now it's going to be a bit bigger because, well, There we go. See, I've got this line, this now access line. Now, if you're doing up art, pop art, anything like that, you would leave it in these sort of similar shapes where it's all quite bold shapes. Whereas if you started to do sort of mending and design, then you'd start to make it create more ornate stuff. So if we look at this and we think, right, we need perhaps a shape coming out here, or we need it sort of, you know, when I dissect the page and it comes across. So what you could do is perhaps look at, so really like this, and I'm just thinking, what about, right, I think what happens is you get to a point, got it. You get to a point and you think, right, I need to do something else on here, and it's not coming forward. So that's just 3 lines like we did yesterday, but that instead of doing like the musical points, we can do another pattern on these, and we can add, and I've just lined them up with that. So if you just look at what we've got, it's really simple. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. I'm going to add another one just here because otherwise, but I'm leaving that for the minute. What we do is divide the circles up into quarters, and then half each one. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that's so much easier than trying, you get me? So we'll make this a bit bigger, and then anything I do in that is therefore easier. So here I am just going to draw a curve. Now that curve is similar to that, get me? You don't have to draw a curve on it if you don't want. See, I'm not liking that one, it looks a bit naff, but you get the gist, don't you? You can start to do whatever you want. And then here I'm going to look at, now I could put a circle all the way around, but I don't want that. I only want one side of it showing. And then the reason I'm doing these double lines is not because I'm going to fill everything with circles. I'm going to give it a guideline. That's not right. Can you see it don't flow? I wish I could put on under Milkwood, is it? That's so cool to listen to. So we've got, especially with Richard Burton doing it. So this is the main one, okay? So now I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Now what I didn't do was, if you feel that you need to, do your lines like that. So you've got a basic. If you choose not to do it, that's fine as well. If you choose to use these as 2 different ones, that's even better. You choose whatever you want to do with these, but the main element is this wonderful mender, this natural sort of flow, and I can just see it now. Do you like Under Milkwood? It is good, isn't it, Kat? This absolutely amazing flow of Mendy designs, and even the way they dance. What am I doing that with my hands for? But it's even the way they dance to the music, or you know, Bhangra and stuff. It's so right. Okay, I've drawn that there. Now I'm not too sure whether that's too big. I think I'd do that a bit smaller, so I might do it. What you might find is that I'm trying to keep it smooth, whereas that's a bit jarred. I don't mind if I do some more, but not as heavy. I quite like that. Can you see how I've done it? I've sort of gone like that, made it a bit bigger. Do you get me? So we've got a... How is everybody doing? Are we doing okay? Is anyone worried? Please don't be worried, because it's really simple. It's just enjoying it. Okay, so I'm going to get some pens out now. This is where I'm going to go for it. I'm going to have a 5, and I'm just going to put the first steps in. Now, the first steps for me are going to be this here. So I'm going to go right. Now, hopefully you can see it a bit closer, but I'm going down quite square. So up, wiggle, wiggle, down, wiggle, wiggle. So I'm not doing it all over. I'm only doing the first layer. And I'm doing it like this because I want it to look like a flower, but not, see? It's sort of like, you see this a lot in Mendy designs where it's actually really simple, because don't forget you've got to do it with those beautiful pens, haven't you? So you've got to sort of have a little bit of sort of freedom of line and movement. So here I'm just going to go and I'm just going to go on the inside, and then I'm just going to look at another line, so I've got some circles in there just to show you. Okay, so that's the first one. I'm not going to do leaves yet because I'm not happy with them yet. So here what I'm going to do is the same, but a bit smaller this time. So I'm not going up and down, I'm just going wiggle, wiggle, down, wiggle, wiggle, down, wiggle, wiggle. And we did it by eye, so it doesn't really matter. And this reminds me of some of the buttons that we can make as well. I'm getting really addicted to drawing gemstones at the moment, and I'm loving it. And I've such a great workshop planned. And I don't even care if it's just me on my own, because I'll be quite happy. Right, in the middle I'm going to do one thick one in the middle, or thereabout. Okay, I'm going to swap my pen to a, what number is that? Oh, it's bigger. Silly woman. I want a smaller pen because I'm going to go each side, and then I'll bring it a bit closer to show you. They're not even pens. What's in here? No, that'll do. It's a little bit smaller. It's not a huge amount smaller, but it's just to give me thinner lines each side of that bigger one we've got. And don't try and go over them, just do little 3 lines. Get me? So and when they're all done and put together, you know, you can't even see them then, can you? Look, so it don't matter. But on the middle one, I'm just going to put a dot. Now, even if there ain't a line there, it don't matter. I'm going to put the dot in the middle, and it'll make it look like there is a dot and a line there. Get me? So, got a dot and a line. Okay. So here, what we've got here is, I'm going to draw another circle. But here I'm going to do a wiggle, wiggle in between. And if I don't get it all on, I don't care. So it's like a soldier bond. There we go. So it's similar but different. And then in here, and then we'll do, now what I'm going to do is put more black pen into this today because it needs it, because Mendy Designs have this wonderful pattern and such like. So here, now this is going to be slightly different because I'm going to put, now you could use this, you know, if you wanted to, and I will use that in a bit, but just to show you that if you wanted to, you could do, you know, get them sort of apart like that and do it however you want. But I'm going to do it freehand in case nobody's got them. Well, people have got them, but not everyone's got them. So here I'm going to just, I'm just going to change this slightly because I don't want it all the way round. I only want it to here. So, get me? So I'm not going to go up there. So I'm just going to go get me, so it's coming downwards like that, and then just in between like that, and then in between that one a pear drop, not a pear drop, well, it is a pear drop, isn't it? A pear shape like that. So we've got, okay, and then here we'll bring that in, and then here another one, slightly different shape. So I'm just going to, oh, it was a bit inside, it was a bit wonky, so I've just made both sides the same. So, and then, now this isn't a traditional, so if somebody said that is not a Mender, then that's fine. I'm just, it's the whole idea of beautiful designs through Mender influence, not that this is a true Mendy. And do you know what I mean? I don't want anyone sort of try to sue me. So I'm just going to draw these lines in now because I did do them in pencil, so I want to draw them in pen to get that nice feel. Now I did have that there, so I'm thinking maybe it would be better if I had this more circular, because everything else is circular, isn't it? So it would make sense that this is a little bit more, but is it? If it's too circular, then, oh no, pretty good. That's good. And then this one here, I've sort of missed off that bit, but what I'm going to do is just perfect. So if I just, now I know it's a little bit wonky there, but you've got to love a wonky line, haven't you? Yeah, you've got to love a wonky line. Now you wouldn't normally get this on your doofers, on your Mendys, but that's where you making it your own. You know, you're sort of now getting something that you're inspired by and actually making it your own, and you're not trying to sort of say, I'm doing it like this. You're saying I've got an influence, but I'm using this, because that's how you can start to be what's the word, unique, like that there. You can start to look at that thing. Yeah, I get that now. Now I'm getting rid of these lines in the middle. I can't see where I should have gone, and it looks so much more nicer. So here, what I'm going to do is, it's important that we keep this pattern, this momentum going. Enjoy. Now I've got a terrible habit of getting looser and looser and looser towards the end. So I start off pretty neat, and then by the end of it, it's like all over the show. So this is where the mindful bit comes in. I'm stopping myself from rushing. I'm doing a small scallop. And as I said before, I know I'm looking at the designs of Mender, but because they're on paper, I know they need to have a certain width between them, but it doesn't. Linda, if you want to talk to Michael Jepson, he's in the group. He sells them on behalf of the company he works with, you see. So, okay, so I've got that now. I've got this shape, but I've not got that. Can you see how I need it to? It goes like that, but now I need it to sort of come back on itself. This is where I absolutely, that's better. So that goes like that. Now I'm going to go like that. Denise, who've got to say hello to? I've just remembered, who've got to say hello to? Who's 6 and she's in the group today. Who've got to say hello to? Oh yes, Louise, got a moodling kit. Elaine, hello! Denise, who is it? Oh, I'm glad you think that, Sylvia. I agree. Well, see you later, Caroline. I'm trying to find out who we've got to say hello to. I don't want to. I don't like leaving anybody out. Annabelle! Hello, Annabelle! There we go, Annabelle. Look at them crabby fingers, but lovely. Hello, sweetheart. Woohoo! Right, so here we've got this line here. And then we've got that shape here. So if I put these shapes in now. Now, you don't have to go out and buy one of these. But these French curves are just absolutely invaluable when you're drawing and you're doing your own designing. I couldn't be without mine. But if you don't want to do that during the day, then during the day, what am I even saying? Then just go for any shape you want. Now I made a bit of a rough statement there. So all I'm doing is just taking my time. You noticed I'm taking my time today. I don't want to sort of rush it. I'm really enjoying it. Right, so I made a bit of a codswallop there. So I've had to make it into something. But that's what you do, innit? So here, I just like this idea that this is where you get a bit. There we go. And I think just here, just to Okay, it starts to look like music as well, doesn't it, and stuff like that. So I'm going to look at this now, and I'm going to go with, let's go with quite big. Do I want them there or there? Right, okay, so here. So I've done that. I'm going to colour that in. So I'm just going to go take your time. I'm just going to do like coffee stirrer sizes. And then when I can do that, I can ease in the fullness. Now, anybody who makes clothes knows what that means. So that means when you've got different, like, armholes and stuff, and one's slightly bigger than the other, and you've just got to push it through and gather it a little bit, but not so that you've got pleats, but you're easing it. It's called easing in the fullness. There we go. Okay, it's starting to look now how I want it to look. So here, I'm going to do spirals, okay? Now, my advice is just go everywhere with them, and I'll tell you why, because if you don't, you'll end up doing them in lines. So my first advice is just do a load of random ones so that you have to do them different sizes then. I don't think we'll need much colour in this today because pattern isn't the main element with Mendy at all. It's the decoration and the pattern, so it wouldn't be as important, but it's a nice way of you making, you see it's quite concentrated, isn't it? But it's a way of you making it yours. So to bring that out here, I'm just going to put the same thing there. Like that. Now, what I'm going to do is just put on there a little, like that, like a teardrop, got me? And then what I think I'll do with that is sort of like a design that's like it was like water that hadn't come to the end of the paintbrush, and you got this like really lovely pattern that had happened. So here I'm just going to do a scallop, leave it short, I don't want it to be really, and each one is going to be slightly smaller so that it's in keeping with the size of it. See, it's in keeping now, get me? Yeah, so we've got this nice flow happening. I really like this. And don't forget, you can photocopy your own work, can't you? So it's your work, then you can do what you want with it. So here, it won't work like that, will it? No, I'll have to do it the other way. So in this pattern here, we need to think of another pattern that we can put in that's similar. So there we go. Now I'm going to colour these in with the black pen, and I'm going to do a bit more black work as well, and then just thinking about that. It's almost like the keys we had yesterday. There we go. So we're sort of making it slightly different now, and then circles. So this is quite nicely ornate and done. Now we'll look at some of the shapes we've got here and just think, well, what could I do to make this sort of all come together? And I think here, if we just have three, so like that. In fact, I might make it 5 and make them smaller. So you've got, you know, like the shape of the leaf. It's like a caterpillar, isn't it? Now here, I'm going to do these quite big. Like that, so that there's a real difference in them. And when I've been looking at the Liberty patterns and stuff like that, you see this repetitive pattern in it, and you also see the idea of, what's it called, the beautiful arts and crafts. And Glynis did a beautiful piece where she, you know, changed it up. Yeah, you could do an eye's really simple to do with stuff like this, but yeah, you can, she changed it up and it worked beautifully. So yeah, what I think we need to do is maybe put on some leaves here. So I'm going to get this a bit rounder. Now what you can do is choose the size that you want for the bottom. So I'm just going to go with this here, and I'm going to do a circle, and a circle. Do you get me? So there's the basis of the shape. 3 circles. So what you can do is then just put an edge on it, and I'm just going to go straight and do it now, but show you. So here we go, round the circle, round, round, round the circle, round, round. Okay, let me get rid of this. Is it too wet? No, it's fine. So by drawing the circle, you've got the bottom part. There we go. Now look at how different it looks now. So you've got the circle part here. What we can do is, I like the idea of doing half and half. Now I have seen this on the Mendy designs, so this is not my, well, a lot of this is not my design, it's design that I've been influenced by making it my own. And that's the only way you can sort of move on, because if you don't, everything looks like you're just copying. And that, you know, copying is fine as long as you don't just rip somebody off. That's the difference. Making it your own. Or just telling people where you got your idea from is even better. You know, giving them a bit, whoever it is, giving them a bit of a heads up sort of thing. Does, doesn't it? I like the way that we can all see all these different things in it. There we go. So we've got that pattern there. This, I'm probably going to colour in. Right, not all of it. I don't want all of it. So here, we've got this here. And then I want some. I'm just going to do some dots here. Of circles. And this is the mindful bit. Let them flow. Any way you want. So here we could have another one that's going. So we've got different shapes happening, different patterns, all of the same. Now I'm going to just make this sort of more fluid now, because it needs more continuity by smaller dots. Okay, so we've got a beautiful pattern. We've got this lovely sort of flow to it. I think we just need this. I've seen Karen for a while. Is she okay? Or is she not friends with us? There we go. So I'm just doing this little bits just to calm it down a little bit. Not calm it down, to match it up. Here I'm just going to go opposite. This is the bit where you get lost now. That you start to do what you want to do on all your patterns. And you start to think, right, well, I don't want to do that, what she's doing. Well, don't do it. And do your own patterns, do your own colouring in and all those wonderful things that you want to do. Get them done. Like, if anybody's interested in the, so I can even make that bigger if I wanted. Anybody's interested in doing the gemstones and making, what it'd be is that the middle part would be a gemstone, like a crystal or something, painted. Show you how to paint them, so you get like realistic things, not just like a load of old colouring in bits. So here I'm just doing similar designs, like leaves, changing the shapes. I think I'm just going to make the patterns sort of run wherever they want. Just giving it a hold. Right, I know what I'm going to do. Do you remember that pattern? One of the ladies in the group, I'm sure it was Linda, did that wonderful like edging that I've nicked so often. There we go. Try is done. So I'm making like a pattern out of this. So it's 3, 2, 1. I know it's a bit out there, but there's only me who's... I'm not... If somebody says it's wrong, then they can go and shove it up their nose. I don't care. So I've got that pattern there. I'm just going to do it a little bit different here. So I'm not doing coloured in ones. I'm doing it with a bit of a bobble on it. You get me? So I really like that pattern. I can see, I feel the flow in that. I feel the force. I really like this shape. So what I'm going to do is just going to give it some more decoration like that. And you can make this as big as you want. You don't, you know, you don't have to just do small elements of it. You can do like large elements, or if you feel that a pattern that, because we all get favourite patterns, and if you've got a favourite pattern, then my advice is sort of go with that. I know I've been asked to do a pattern book. That'd be nice. A pattern book of designs, which I think would be quite pretty. So just to give this, it's lost it a little bit. That's better. Look like a pregnancy horse, doesn't it? So I've just made it like that. So now I'm going to do three little dots around it. If I want to, I might make them into that lace again. But it is actually easier to do your 3 bobbles first and then your next ones, because you can space them out a little bit better then. I tell you what, I'm back with it today. What I mean is I was really sort of confused about what I wanted to do yesterday and the day before, but now it's like, yep, I know what I'm doing. Each one of these workshops that I do is actually a workshop in its own right, isn't it? You know, so it even looks nice like that. Looks like the, what is it, the American thing, Liberty, Statue of Liberty. But you could make, if you know, like some of the beautiful Russian icons and stuff, the religious icons are beautiful for the Orthodox Church. These beautiful, absolutely, you could almost do it sort of like a beautiful sort of figurine, or even the Eiffel Tower in between. Oh, that's an idea, isn't it? So I've sort of got about here. Yeah, absolutely. Love that secret garden. You'll get, every now and again, you'll get one that really sticks in your mind, won't you? Right, okay, I think I need some colour on this. Not a lot. What do I need colour? I'm looking at it now and thinking, just do I need some more black work on it? Because a lot of the Mendy has a lot of black work in it. What I might actually, right, I'm going to use a grey. Wherever it should be a bit darker, I'm going to use a grey. What a colouring book, yeah. Well, there you've got Sarah and that, aren't you, doing that, Sarah Hallam. So I always feel that I don't want to sort of do out like that in case, you know, it takes any. I'm not saying it would, because they have wonderful people sort of joining them, but I don't want to think like, oh, they do that, so I can't do it. I always feel a bit worried. So I've got my core and my Sennelier. I can't wait to show you what they're like. They are absolutely, oh, I can't tell you. So I'm using a Payne's grey and not a black, and I'm just going to start to colour parts in. Now, if I want to be here for about 9 years, carry on with that paintbrush, because now my advice is, if you've got black ink, any colour ink would be perfect for this. I've got some high flow inks coming up on the show, which I can't tell you how good they are. Got a grey shading. They're that little bit, how can I put it? They're like your Easter shoes or your Sunday best. Does that make any sense? Doesn't to me, but it's that idea of your best. But honestly, when you start to feel the difference of using a good watercolour versus a medium one, or even a poor one. I'm not saying that cheap ones are poor, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that quality, you can tell, because it actually is so apparent on your work. Not so much because you can make it as thick as you want or as thin as you want, but I'm saying more that in your actual execution of your work, you'll notice the difference. So all I've done is, this is the Payne's grey, and as you can see, it's such a strong pigmented colour. I'm just doing this. Now normally I'd put a colour on this, but you don't have to. I'm trying to balance it out. So this is a meditative moodle, or a Mendy moodle, a mindful Mendy moodle, or moodle Mendy, whatever you want to call it. And then there's lots of people doing mandalas, colour work. You know, there's some really good people doing stuff. So I know I've been looking at our Jan's work, and it's stunning to watch. So yeah, there's lots of people doing different things. So, you know, you choose what you want. We're very lucky in the UK. We've got all these people doing these lessons, whereas in Europe, very, very few people are doing them. Very few. They have hundreds and hundreds of people doing one lesson because there's that few people doing it. Whereas we've got, like, very lucky in the fact that we've got tons of people doing tons of different classes. I'm going to go in now. I've mixed it with a little bit of the blue, not on purpose, but it's just to lighten it. So I'm doing tones of grey. This is a rigger brush, and for those of you that you know you haven't heard me prattle on, is a rigger brush was for the rigging on boats, hence the name rigger. Long, thin, so that you can start and do a long straight line. Okay, so we've got a lovely grey there, and here I'm just going to do some blending. That's too thin for that. I need a knot. I'll have to buy one. I haven't got one. Can't believe I haven't got. Oh, I'll try this one. This one might be better. Where was I? Oh yeah. Now this isn't pure watercolour paper, so I'm having a bit of a blending. Not an issue, it's just difficult. So make sure that whatever you use is fit for purpose. after this, I'm going to go in my room for a little bit. I can't stay long, no more than an hour, because I've got loads to do. I'm not being rude, but there's only so many hours in the day, and you see, just a tiny bit. So I'm looking at the same colours, but I'm doing it shaded. So now what I can do is go back in and just around the very outline, because it's already damp, put the colour in. You can see it looks pretty choppy like that, but then blend it out. Now I don't know if anybody else is on today, because I've been kicked out of a lot of their groups. People don't even know I've been kicked out. All this shenanigan rubbish. Anyway, and I've come out of a lot of groups, so I don't really know who's doing what anymore. I'll be honest with you, I'm so glad I don't either. So many false friends. It's hard to know where you stand. Get me? No one in particular though. Just a few of them. So I'm here, I'm going to put, but we all have that, don't we? And your life changes, so, you know, what was right at one point isn't right all the other times. So, you know, you can't expect that. You've got to sort of grow with it and then change with the times, haven't you? Hence the stoicism. It's really helped me, that. Really, really helped me. It's a bit thick, that, never mind. Oh, it's a bit. That's better. It's got more of a flow on it. So this is where you can really use the brush that you've got to your advantage. So if you wanted to sort of get a very thin brush and just blob. Just going to do a small one there. Right, what I've done is I've drawn some very thin lines with my paintbrush. You can use your rigger, just so that I don't try and have to make them sort of fit there. I think I need to just put a bit of colour in here with these. Isn't it good to hear that our lovely Tamara's back in her house? She thought she'd lost all the pictures, you know, and she'd sent a load into a Chanda for, you know, for the samples, and I'd kept them because she asked me to, and I think she forgot that she asked me to. So when she thought she'd lost everything, I had them. So nice knowing that she'd got some left. So just putting a little bit of grey in here just to bring it sort of matching. Not matching, but bring that area down there a little bit, you see. So we've got that there. And what I might do is just put it a bit round here as well. I've been learning all this week about layers with watercolour. I mean, you forget so much when you don't keep up with stuff. So I've been reminding myself about layering up, and it does make a huge difference when you know the basics. And I don't mean just like how you put colour together, but the basics of your own skill and design. And you remember it pretty quick. It's like riding a bike. So I've been sort of falling in love with it, if that makes any sense. And it's been a real pleasure, to the fact that I don't normally, anything after about 7 or 8 at night, I can't work. I really can't work. It's part of what happens to me being not well. So some people can work all the way through the night. I can't. I get up early and I work, but I don't work at night very well. It all takes too long. So I tend to sort of stop then. But it means that I don't stop having ideas. I just know that my work ain't going to be great. So I tend to sort of do it all in the morning, and I've been spending hours. But just recently, because I've been doing this, I've spent hours up till 10 o'clock at night doing it, which is not me. So it just shows you that you can fall back in love with something. It's a bit like I've just seen somebody doing some beading. I know Julia Watts is an amazing beader, and she gave me a load of kits. And there's some beaders I follow, like Jill Wiseman and Sabine Glipper, and our lovely Fleur, who's a chainmail artist as well. So I've fallen in love with that as well, and my crochet, which I've not picked up, which I'm gutted about, because I know Rachel's waiting to start hers with me, because we both got the same one. It's a crochet along. So I'm just putting these in here now. It won't work very well there, so I'll just put it lightly. And anywhere there's like a thin line that you want to sort of bring a little bit of focus to, then just use a concentrate colour just to bring that little bit of a, you see, I like that. So what I might do is just add some water here, and there's still a tiny bit of black on, well, it's grey, it's not black, Payne's grey on my brush. So I've put the water down now, and I'm just going to let it flow out. And I'm not too worried, because I'll wash it out in a minute. It's a bit too much, that's, but because the page is already wet. I think what I might do is just here really bring that bump out so that it's away. I'm just looking at these now. You could fill in, you could go on forever doing this. Where you sort of look at your dots and think, right, okay, that's got to be more solid. That's got to be more solid. But don't do them all at once, just do a bit by bit, because otherwise your hands are tied then. You've got to commit, and you might not want all of it done. You might only want a line done, so do a line, and then if you don't like it, fill it in then. And again with these dots here, I think I don't want to do all the dots. I just want to do some of the dots like that. So I don't want to commit too much. Here these need to be. That's it. And I'm just going to put, just round here, a little bit of a blend out. Just a little bit, not a lot. Okay, now. Yesterday, I started to show you this. And I can't tell you how good this is. I can't tell you how good it is. I can't tell you how good it is. I just can't. So this is white ink. I've been using this so much now. So when you feel that you're finished. The reason we use this at the end is because the pens don't like it. And this is an anti-bleed one, so that the colours don't bleed through. So now I'm going to put the white ink on. So anywhere there's like the lines I had on, I can now put in the dots, the lines, anything that I was a bit concerned about. I actually like the shape of the brush because it don't give you a round dot, it gives you a bit of a blob, and I think that looks quite nice. So again here, there we go. Can you just see how I've done little white lines? It's like a really thick watercolour paper, paint. I'm hoping to bring this on the next day from when we do St. Helier. So anything that looks a little bit bulky like this line here, by putting this in it, I've now thinned it. Now I've got a little bit there, so if it's still wet, get rid of it with your brush. And you can make a grey as well. You can make a lovely grey with it. So if you wanted to do a grey colour, it works quite well. I'm not happy with this blobby bit here, so what I'm going to do is do a diamond, triangle, whatever you want to call it. Right, a bit more down here. I think we just need to separate this out. So the other one had a black line coming out there. So now we've done the opposite. So oh, spot on my nose. And then here, I don't like this here. It looks a bit choppy. So white pen, Signo Uniball, brilliant. This is even better. And you can put it in a brush. I'm just doing some cross hatching a little bit. Got that there. I'm just going to put it on these little blobs here. I'll bring it up closer just to show you. It's just so that I've got, again, what is happening on one part is happening on another part. There we go. Can you see? Tiny. I'm just looking at that now. You can use the end of your brush as well. Now all I'm doing is breaking up the black, making it a little bit neater. So what you could do is might make that this is the only thing, it's addictive in a good way. There we go. Right, I'm quite happy with that. I've got a white pen, you know, if people wanted to see what it looks like, the white pen is a lot thicker. So if I wanted to put the white pen on, it would be wise to sort of, like here, remember that it don't like the water either, so you can see how you can make it break anything up that's got a little bit of a blob on it, break it up. So you can break it up black with white, white with black, and then go over it again like that. Now it's got a tiny white line, a blob in it, and it looks so much nicer. It looks like this needs it here, because that looked neither here nor there. So by making it a proper circle, it now looks better. And then let's see here. Yeah, I think we need make it a pattern. Doesn't seem to sit right. Now tomorrow I'm going to be using the Sennelier with my own work. I can't wait. Okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you now. I hope you enjoyed that. See, it's not. It's, yeah, that'd look quite nice in a little frame. Have I got one in? Let me see if I've got one just to show you. I think it's a bit too big for a frame. I'd chop it up myself. I'd get the right size frame for that. And that'd probably be a bit smaller than... It's a bit, that's a bit big. That'd probably fit in a Reba, smaller one. So, yeah, this would probably fit in a Reba. So anyway, no, I'm not on telly tomorrow. I'm on telly on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I know. Can't get rid of me all at once. I am so happy with that, because I've just thoroughly enjoyed the process. I've enjoyed the moodling. I've enjoyed the company. You've not been bad either. You know what I mean? You've been all right. But I've really enjoyed it today. I've enjoyed the fact that we've meditated, not in a medical way, but in a nice way together, and we've reflected on this. And I want everybody to put, I'm going to put this in the group now, and I want everybody to put theirs in, and it can be anything. And yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to do some Sennelier work with my work and my Paul Rubens paint. So using all elements out of mine, I'm going to do a background, like a vintage background. So it's based on, shall we say, the arts and craft movement or Liberty, William Morris. Okay. Oh, I love it. I love doing it myself. Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to go onto my group in a minute. I'm just going to sort of take a quick pic of this, and then I can post it. And then I will be in my room, annoying everybody, in 2 shakes of a donkey's tail, or whatever it is. A donkey. Oh, I was going to say something else, but no, it's not that word with us. So I've took my picture. I will see you all tomorrow, 12 o'clock. Bring some paints, and then we can do some work together. All right, thanks for your company. Oh, my room is in Junk Journals and Mindful Moodles Media Art. You go there, you'll see Louise's room. All right, bye.